That's nice.
There were some smaller pieces that were more interesting than that even.
And this was digging out of the bottom in the water. This is out of the vein.
This was digging out of a pool in the middle of the creek that all the big rocks had been taken out of. Mm-hmm. It was where the gold men had been, you know, dredging.
Yeah.
And they apparently found some that were 18 inches long like that. That's about 9, I think. All of this was one specimen, with the amethyst down at the bottom and the smoky mud at the top. And that was just in a vein, you know, where the machines swept through it, and I mean that's why it divided.
In the back corner. Okay.
The straw colored, and I don't know what, I think it's got some chlorite in it.
This is from near the Ashboro Zoo?
Yes, the Dehart farm. And
Dehart farm. Nice.
Yeah, that's an interesting story too. It started coming out, and Joe, what's her name, at Military Rock Shop had these, and it was some hippie who was selling them to her, and he was planting tobacco over there at Dehart's farm, and he came across this vein, and just dug tons of it.
Okay.
And then he got arrested for drugs and spent a year or 2 in jail. But when he came out, I made contact with him. He said, you know, I left off and I didn't go deep. I mean, it was still going, blah, blah, blah. So I paid the farmer $1,000 for permission to dig, rented a backhoe for $350, and dug all day. I didn't even find a nut-sized piece.
Oh,
the vein was completely gone. It's just lying.
So you think it was actually there, or at one time before, or it just sent you to a wrong place?
To the place? This is where I dug, and there were signs of digging had gone on there. But he had exhausted the vein. That's all.
Wow. But I mean, when you find something that's that nice, I would always expect there to be other veins nearby, wouldn't there? I mean,
yeah, I would too. And we didn't survive. I mean, I was busy trying to find the vein.
Sure, yeah.
And I only had the trico for that one day.
What about this monster right here?
That's from Hiddenite. That's an old piece from Hiddenite that I got from Shorty Peeler. So I'm thinking it probably came from the wrist mine.
Okay.
Knowing what generation he was working with.
All right.
That's from Tate Boulevard.
Oh, that's from Tate.
Mm-hmm.
And look,
it's the darkest amethyst that came out of Tate was the kind that was growing on white rock.
And it looks like it's also trying to scepter up there.
Oh yeah,
on
definitely.
the base.
Definitely.
That's cool.
Got the parallel growth and everything.
Nice. That one is really sharp. I like that.
Yeah, that's from North American Emerald Mine. I actually got that from Jamie. I didn't do that well over there, you know, because I didn't get down in the pit and really work at it. Which, you know, if I was 10 years younger, I'd been down there with the rest of them.
And that's a huge piece of Walker Creek?
Yeah, no. Balsam Gap.
Oh, Balsam Gap.
That came from the Ledfords, the guy, the brother of the guy who got crushed in the Sheen.
Oh, jeez.
When it fell on him. I can never remember their various names. There were 3 of them, 3 brothers. But that was dug out, you know, in probably the 70s.
And I've never seen anything like that from the real, where it just looks like it's like a double terminated, like almost.
It's going in 2 directions.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it's characteristic because, again, it's got the parallel growth pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And color zoning, that's pretty typical from there.
All right, what about this one?
Oh, okay, that's Liberty Hill, South Carolina.
Oh, man, that looks nice.
Yeah.
I always like the stuff from there.
It was pure, you know, I mean, it's just, and it's usually perfect. The Mauney Mica mine in northern Cleveland County produced this sort of gemmy green mica, and you're going to have to get some light behind it to see the effect.
Would I be able to hold this up?
Yeah, that's okay.
To the light?
Yeah.
And get it?
Okay.
I can see right on the edge there.
Yeah. Well, believe me, it goes all the way through.
Sure, yeah.
Let's see. Oh, okay, this is really interesting. Crabtree subdivision is another location
Oh yeah.
that had amethystine tips.
That looks like spirit quartz.
Yeah, it's
Cactus quartz.
three generations. One,
Wow.
2, 3. Okay, now I think the best piece that Jamie ever dug is that one. And that's from
That's the best quartz that he's ever dug, you think?
I think so.
Wow.
A North American emerald mine. It's fully terminated everywhere. It's got some clay inclusions, parallel growth, and it isn't dinged. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid him for it. It was disgusting. And this came from the Ken Kite collection and goes back to like the Ellis mine at Hidnight. It's one of those amethyst flowers or overgrowths
Oh, wow.
that sat on top of the other quartz. And that's the best one I ever saw. Red Wrightsville had one similar, but it wasn't that good. And that was only about 1.5 feet underground in a plowed field. And there were a bunch of them, and some of them looked like they had been broken, but they weren't really. I mean, it was the oddest vein or whatever I think I ever dug.
That's beautiful stuff now. So. Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Of course,
Gray's Chapel.
Gray's Chapel. And that's the only massing
Yeah.
kind of course I've seen there. It was in the main digging area, but on the periphery of it. And it, I was just kind of scraping around to see, and under some leaves, and I'll bet it wasn't 6 inches underground, but it was covered with leaves and everything. It just came right out intact. There's really no damage on it. It's like Arkansas solution quartz or something.
My name.
Yeah, and you know, that was from one of his early pit digs at North American Emerald Mines.
That one is fantastic. I've
It
never
is.
seen anything that awesome as far as tessons and quartz and all together.
Well,
That's
it looks a
awesome.
little like some of the stuff from the literature from Hidden's mine, but of course it's not at that site. I mean, NAM is probably 3 or 4 miles from there. Oh, yeah,
Specimen that you have
that
here.
big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I got that through Rick, but I mean, it was in the Ken Kite collection, I think,
Okay.
which he dug like in the 60s. And yeah, I mean, you don't see them like that. That's the best calved kyanite I ever saw.
From North Carolina.
Yeah, oh yeah, Balsam Gap. And I got it at the rock shop where you come off the parkway and you head down towards the show. The immediate left, right next to the Mineral Museum. That's where that came from.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I was thrilled.
That's top quality Probst Farm right there.
Yep.
I love how it steps up like that.
Mm-hmm. That's its unique growth pattern.